from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Harris firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Harris. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Harris looking to throw on second down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
To throw is Harris. Gonna throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's front.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Short throw caught by Pitts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Harris now to throw on third down. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch here for London, and also a first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to throw again. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Harris. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And that moment.
Part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a real... impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again, Harris. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now Harris on 1st and 10. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Harris. Complete. Smith has it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Harris to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Touchdown! Mac Hollins as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off play action. Harris. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Looking to throw. Harris. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Operating from the gun. Harris. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one, but maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Harris on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's Harris throwing on first down, going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
To throw is Harris on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play. And see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. First and 10, it's Patterson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And quickly, they get to the line. Harris now, off the play fake. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Come the Falcons. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Harris. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Harris. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, here's Algier. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Falcons offense set to go. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Falcons, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.